Good afternoon. I'm talking to Professor Hursting. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
We are here at the Masterclass in Wageningen, the Masterclass Diet and Cancer, organized by Wageningen University and the World Cancer Research Fund.
Yes.
What brings you here?
Well, what a pleasure to be here in beautiful Netherlands and in Wageningen. I am part of the CUP program. I've been part of the expert panel for the last 10 years, and prior to that worked also on the 07 report. And so let me just first say I'm a huge WCRF and AICR fan. What a contribution the expert report initiative has been to the field, and the impact it's having, the quality and the rigor it has been done with is just really impressive. So thank you, WCRF, for the support of that. Also, this is a WCRF supported effort, and I'm also collaborating with some of the Wageningen faculty here, and so it was a great opportunity for me to come over and talk some about our obesity and cancer research, but also talk about the CUP process and sort of how we approach that. So it's been a pleasure to be over for these last few days.
And why did you join the Continuous Update Project panel, so the CUP panel?
Yes, that is largely an epidemiologic initiative, and so it was what an honor for a basic scientist to be part of that. I just was thrilled when I was asked to join that effort, and I have a mechanistic bent, and so that was I felt really driven to try to help and move forward some of the efforts in terms of incorporating mechanisms into the systematic review, meta-analysis approach that they have. So it was a great honor. I had some contacts, I think it was primarily through the American Institute for Cancer Research, and I was funded by them early in my career, always went to their conferences, and so that was just a terrific opportunity to join the CUP.
What is the hardest part about being a CUP panel member?
Hardest part? Well, it was a pleasure all the way through. There were very few. I suppose I would say that travel was the hardest part. We would meet in London every summer for about a week, and always seem to get a cold on the way back from the airplane, I think. So maybe that's the hardest part. But everything else, what a pleasure. There was a panel from all over the world. Had an opportunity to learn so much from the process, and we became really good friends and got old together as we were as the years went by. So I almost 99.9% all positive pleasure.
Okay,
I suppose it was to travel. That was probably
that was the best part you were talking about.
Yes.
Okay. And what impact does the CUP have on cancer prevention research?
I don't go to a place where the expert report is not up front and center. People are talking about, and I think particularly this latest report, I think people recognize the quality of the data, the quality of the analysis that went into that. Mm-hmm. It's having a huge impact on the field. Everyone that I know, and it really came out this meeting. I think everyone kind of had a view forward, starting with the expert report. Here's what we know now, and then where do we go in the future? And that's certainly going to be the case at the upcoming American Institute for Cancer Research meeting as well in Chapel Hill in May. That's really the theme. Is, here's what we've learned thus far, but we've got to move forward. Where do we go? So I would say that the impact this has is it's crystallized the field. Right as of 2018, and so that gives us an opportunity then to really march forward.
Okay, and we are here at the Masterclass.
Yes.
What does the Masterclasses like this? What do they mean for the next generation researchers?
Well, I've really enjoyed meeting students and postdocs and young faculty from all over the world the last several days. And we're in good hands. There's some really bright people that are entering the field with skill sets that we really need. Particularly, we've heard a lot about really using big data to answer some of these questions and move forward, integrate some of the factors such as genetics and getting a little more advanced and sort of more precision measurements and more personalized approaches. And so that's I find that encouraging. But I do think the Masterclass has had a huge impact on the enthusiasm of the participants. As I said, well, we must have had maybe, I would say 100. Is that a fair number of young investigators that are just entering the field? And I just sense their enthusiasm about the field.
Yeah.
And so it's been a real pleasure to be part of that.
Okay. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.